Hey everyone. So for my oral strategy video presentation, I'm going to be doing on chapter 38, read, pair, and share. And now, begin the character. So good morning class. So since yesterday, we started our unit on perception and sensations. I have an article I want to share with you all and then we'll read together. Now the article that I have here is The Unbearable Sensation of Being, Living with Sensory Processing Disorder. Now, I know it may seem a little bit grim, but I mainly wanted to share this with you all just to give you all some perspective, considering that some of us may take for granted our own senses and abilities. Now, before we get started, I want to introduce you all to a little activity that we're going to be doing related to reading the article. It's called Read, Share, and Pair. Now, take a look at my trusty whiteboard, you'll see there's a bunch of questions on it. Now you'll notice there'll be certain questions like who, what, when, where, and how. And also there's more specific questions related to each field. As for who, are there any people mentioned within the paragraph? And then for what is what is the paragraph specifically about? And then when is there a time important mentioned or a date mentioned within the paragraph? And then where is there a certain location that's important within the paragraph? And then how do the elements in the paragraph relate to the main idea that's being talked about? Now, I'm sure you're all probably wondering why so many questions. And well, like newspaper reporters, we're all asking the same questions that they would, so we can be able to find the facts and be able to have a better understanding of what we're reading exactly. Now, before we begin, I would like a volunteer to help me demonstrate to you all what exactly the steps are we doing going through read, share, and pair. So, can I have a volunteer, anyone? Yeah, Tina? Great. Thanks. So now, Tina, you and I will read through the first paragraph together, and then we'll pick out answers for our questions. Now, just give me a minute to read. Okay. Now read through the beginning introduction. Was there anything you would say about the article, who they're talking about specifically? Yeah, Elias, Xander, and Cal. Yes, good job. Basically about those three individuals we're going to be talking about in the article. So now, as far as what seems to be the issue that seems to be discussed? Yes, very good. They all have bad reactions to different stimuli, which of course that's the nature of sensory processing disorder is all about. Now, for the question of when, we would say, when would these events actually have taken place? Would you say after reading the introduction? Okay. All right. So for Elias, it seemed that his incidents happened at 9 months old. Okay. And then for Xander, yeah, I know, I understand it's not really exactly mentioned though, but obviously he seems old enough to be able to ride a subway on his own, so maybe you can assume that he's probably a teenager or so. And then last for Cal, mentioned that he was 2 when he moved, so, so probably you could say he's probably 3 too. And then for where would you think these cases have taken place? Any suggestions? So, okay. So for Elias, it takes place at his aunt's surprise party. And then what about Xander, would you say? Because he's from Manhattan, New York. Correct. And for Cal, what about Cal, would you say? Yes. He was in San Francisco. And so how exactly would these cases relate to sensory processing disorder? Yeah. So basically, Elias has a bad reaction to the surprise of the party, and then Xander disliked the guitar playing in the subway, and then for Cal, he moved to a new house, so obviously he's not used to all the new sensations of where he lives now. So, well, good job, Tina. I'm glad you were able to help me out with the demonstration. Now, with all that being said, let's find a partner for everybody, and we'll all read and discuss together our findings together. Thank you.